welcome to today's video. My name is Sandra, known as gain_strength_ on Instagram, and I hope you are having a wonderful day, a wonderful morning, evening, whatever time of the day it is for you. And like I said, welcome to today's video. I have been in a rut for the last couple of weeks, and I have decided that enough is enough. It's time to get back on track, get my life back together, and get out of this rut.
I'm not just ready, I'm ready Freddy.
So I'm gonna bring you guys with me today as I kind of talk about the different things that I do to help me get out of a rut. So first things first is I like to make my bed right in the morning.
What a cute bench.
Thanks, that's my bed.
I just feel like it gives me that satisfaction of like, okay, cross one thing off my to-do list. It was something simple, it was something easy, and I got it done. I also like that it makes the room feel a little bit more put together when I walk in, and it also keeps me from going back into bed during my break or throughout the day. Now, typically my morning routine will look a little bit different depending on the day. That is the one thing that I always make sure I get done. Today, it really just consisted of me making my bed, drinking some water, and taking Claudius out to use the bathroom and feeding him. Other times, depending on the time that I wake up, if I have time, I'll do some meditation, I'll do some stretching. It just, like I said, it depends day by day. Last night we went to bed really late because we were up watching a soccer game. Well, and by we, I mean my husband, but I couldn't fall asleep because he was yelling at the TV. So we did go to sleep a little bit later, so I am feeling a little bit tired this morning, so I didn't wake up with enough time before work to do my full morning routine, and that's okay. I think with morning routines, you have to be a little bit flexible just because you don't know how your day is going to play out. You just have to be a little bit flexible. I know that sometimes we see on like YouTube or social media like this perfect morning routine that influencers do, and I know that I've fallen into kind of feeling bad, or I guess feeling bad or feeling guilty that my morning routine doesn't look like that. But honestly, everybody's life is different. Everybody's morning is gonna look different. I know that when I was going into the office, I had to wake up early already, so I was not gonna wake up with enough time to do all these other activities before my day even started. So keep that in mind, that if you're trying to get out of a rut, think of what your morning routine looks like for you, not for your favorite influencer, not for your favorite YouTuber. What does a good morning routine look like for you? And make it something realistic. Don't have all these 10, 20 activities to do in the morning before your day even gets started if you know that you're typically short on time or that you have to get to work early in the morning. So that's kind of the first thing I do is my morning routine. And I've been trying to get into the habit of drinking water first thing in the morning versus reaching straight for my coffee, because I've heard that there's a lot of benefits to doing this, to drinking water first thing in the morning, but you also have to think about, you haven't given your body any water over, if you're getting your 8 hours of sleep in 8 hours, so you need to hydrate and reach for your water first. It also, I feel like, kind of in a way helps me wake up a little bit more than like something warm and that I just hold in my hand. And so if it's something cold like water, I feel like that kind of helps kickstart my day and wake me up a little bit more. I'm gonna log in for work, drink my water, and in a little bit I'll come and make my coffee. Like I said, I'll just take you guys along my day as I kind of do things to get myself out of a rut and getting back into my normal routine. I kind of wanted to chat a little bit about being in a rut or a slump, whatever you want to call it. That can have a different meaning for everyone. The feeling getting out of a rut for today for me is more so just getting back on track with what my goals are as far as my fitness, my life, just regular overall goals. sometimes what that means for me is I've been in like a mental health dark cloud and I need to get myself out of it. That's not the case here. I just feel like I have been slacking, not really putting any effort into what my goals are. So I need to get myself out of a rut, get back on track with that. Let me make my coffee. I also, well, I'm not that bad. I haven't really moved that much since I got my water this morning. So I also thought, like, let me get up and move around a little bit. But based on my step goal, I'm not doing too bad this morning. Actually better than I typically do, so that's good.
A few moments later.
Okay, now that I have my cafecito, let's move on to the next thing that I typically do. Like I mentioned, being in a rut really will be different for everyone. What I like to do is, in my planner, I like to fill out what is going on this week, what activities, what tasks, what deadlines do I have this week. I'll add everything, like in my social life, regarding my content, work, everything will go on the planner. Typically, I'd like to do this Sunday night, but I wanted to hold off until today to show you guys basically what I do. You want to also think about what are your intentions for this week? Why do you need to get out of a rut, right? Like, why do you feel like you need to get it back on track and get back to working on your goals? Like, what are your goals? So as you're filling out your planner and your to-do list for the week, think about that. Another thing that I like to do when I'm ready to get my life back on track is to have a clean space. I really feel that it helps also like clear my mind when I walk into a room and it's clean, it's all organized. More than anything, it tends to be my office. That is where I spend the majority of my time. Since I do work from home, I'm practically in my office all day. And then after work, sometimes if I have to do some editing or whatever I might have to do, I probably will be at my desk again. So on those times where it is a little bit messy, I just clean out my desk. I get rid of anything that's just laying around. I do have like a little futon here in my office, and that tends to be the chair, which I'm sure you guys know. I did wipe down my desk and everything over the weekend, so my office is actually pretty clean right now, I would say, compared to the usual. So I just have to keep it up, but that's another tip for you guys. I know that making your bed just seems like a dumb little simple task. It can really help trickle you into getting more motivated and getting more things done. Like after you do your bed, like, okay, that was easy, but I got it done. What's next? So I know it seems a little bit dumb, but if you're one of those people that doesn't make their bed at the beginning of the day, just get into the habit. It's a good habit to have. That was another tip. I totally forgot to mention that earlier because my office is already clean, so I don't have to go through that process right now. Okay, we're out on the walk. Claudius did want to come with me, which is fine because I actually prefer when he's with me versus when I'm on a walk by myself. But another tip that I have for you guys, or something that I like to do, come on, let's go, is going on a walk or just getting outside. This will depend on where you live, what the temperature is like, what season it is, because if you live in Minnesota like I do, I am not going to be outside going for a walk and trying to enjoy a walk in the middle of January. So right now it's actually nice out, so I'm out on a walk. So one of my goals that I have is to get a certain number of steps, and I have not been doing that. Yesterday I was short. I had like maybe 70 steps left, and I don't know, I just completely forgot to even check at the end of the day, otherwise I would have gotten it. But I haven't been really, I guess, putting in the effort to meet my step goal, my water goal, my macros, which is what my goals are centered around. So as someone in the fitness space, a lot of the times when I refer to my goals, it's likely going to be something fitness or nutrition related. If you guys saw one of my previous videos, the one before my Mexico vlog, I want to say, I showed you guys this little calendar that I had been filling out each day and just putting a little check mark by which goal I had actually met that day. And this is the month of May. not that great. Today is, I want to say it's the 22nd, I don't even know. But there's some days that I met the goals and I just didn't track them. Like I didn't put like a little check here, because I have been meeting my macro steps and water goal randomly throughout the month. I just never actually checked it here. So when I look at that, it looks very sad because the days aren't actually crossed off based on what I accomplished. So that's kind of one of my goals, is to get back into my daily tracker, just because it helps me visually see what I need to be better at, what am I doing great at. Now keep in mind that I know that every day is going to be different, as I mentioned in the beginning of the video. Some days it will be perfect, some days not so much. My goal is to overall, for the majority of the month, meet my goals. So part of that is making sure I'm getting up and I'm walking throughout the day. And then as far as my macros go, again, if you saw my previous video, you know that before my Mexico trip, I was in a calorie deficit, and I did lose a couple of pounds prior to my trip. During my trip, I didn't want to think about calorie deficit, water intake, step goal. I kind of just went with the flow. But since I've gotten back, I want to get back to it. I want to get back on that train of thought, on that habit of being more intentional with my days, being more intentional with my goals, and actually working towards my goals. Because yeah, one can say, oh, I have this goal, I have that goal, but if you're not actually working for it, it's just like a thought, it's just a dream. It's not an actual goal that you're working towards. It's not something that you actually are choosing to work towards. So that's what I'm doing. That's part of my getting out of a rut, is just getting to it. I know I can do it. I know that if I set myself up to it, I can accomplish my goals, I can reach my goals. But the thing is, with anything, it takes work, it takes time, it takes dedication, discipline. It's hard, working towards your goals. Part of me reaching my goals, getting out of this rut, is just being more intentional of my time and what am I actually doing. I'll check in with you guys around lunchtime so we can talk about the next tip that I have for you guys, or the next thing that I do when I need to get out of a rut. It is finally lunchtime, and another thing that I always make sure that I am mindful of when I guess not just when I want to get out of like a rut, but just in general, is my meals. And part of that is planning my meals ahead of time so that I am making good choices that align with my goals. And part of that is making sure that my groceries are stocked in the fridge, that I know what I'm going to be eating. Yesterday I did meal prep my lunch for the week, which is going to be, any guesses? My ground turkey bowl. That is literally my go-to. My go-to meal is my ground turkey bowl. Yesterday I cooked it with the ground turkey, corn, I want to say I put carrots in it, bell pepper, and I think that is all. It's already cooked, so I'm just going to reheat that up with some rice, sprinkle some tortilla strips on it, some sriracha sauce, and I am good to go. But that's my tip to you if you want to help yourself get out of a rut. A lot of the times while we're in a rut, we're not making the best nutrition decisions and, eating our fruits, eating our veggies, drinking our water. So help yourself out by planning your meals ahead of time. You don't necessarily have to dedicate a couple hours on Sunday to meal prep all your meals, but as long as you know what you're eating and you have the groceries in your fridge where you just get home, you cook it, and you're good to go. I just got off work, which leads me to my next tip, the next thing that I make sure that I do when I'm trying to get out of a rut, and that is head to the gym right after work. I have gotten into the bad habit of taking a nap after work, cuddled with Claudius on the bed, and that can get dangerous because either I wake up maybe like a 15-minute power nap and I wake up and I'm good to go, I head to the gym, or I go downstairs, or I take a longer nap and then I just get too tired, then it's really late and I just don't want to go to the gym. And to be honest, today it was around 2 and I was like, well, maybe I can take a quick nap and still head to the gym at a decent time. But I quickly stopped myself from trying to negotiate with myself and said, nope, you're gonna go to the gym. As soon as you get off, you're gonna change, pre-workout, head out the door. So that's what I'm gonna do. My tip for you guys is, if you typically work out, if that's something that's part of your routine or you want to include it as part of your routine, go to the gym right after work. If you're someone who works in the office, take your clothes with you, head straight to the gym, because if you say, well, I'm gonna go home and I'm gonna change and then I'll go to the gym, let's be honest, are you actually gonna go to the gym, or are you going to go home, then you're gonna sit down, lay down, and then by the time you realize it, it's time for dinner and the gym never happened. So take it with you. Don't negotiate with yourself. Don't treat it as something that I'll do it if I have time, I'll do it if I remember, I'll do it if I feel motivated. You go to work regardless whether or not you want to. You go to work, you get it done. That's the way that it should be with your fitness. Don't negotiate with yourself. Don't treat it as something that will happen if this, if that. No, put it down on your schedule, make it part of your daily routine. So I'm gonna hurry up and get ready, change, head out. Yeah, I think I'm gonna go to Anytime Fitness instead of going to Experience Fitness, because it's Monday and Experience Fitness gets so packed. I will catch you guys after my workout. Okay, I made it home a couple, maybe 30 or so minutes already. And as you guys saw, I was just wandering the yard and that. I ended up going to Anytime Fitness, which is not the gym that I normally go to. I normally go to Experience Fitness. But the next thing that I do when I'm trying to get out of a rut, or my suggestion to you, is to change your environment. If you're someone who likes to work out and you go to a specific gym, maybe try getting a guest pass for the day or for the week. I know that a lot of gyms give you free guest passes to try out the gym. So take advantage of that. Try a different gym, change your environment. Let's say you typically do cardio on the treadmill. Go for a walk. So that's what I like to do. I probably will go for a walk in a little bit just to get some more steps. I'm actually almost at my step goal, but I do want to go for a walk with Claudius, but it's still a little bit too hot, so I'm gonna wait for the sun to go down a little bit more. But so far today has been going great. I have been drinking lots of water. I've been great with my steps, my macros. My other intention for this week was to work on my career development class that I'm currently taking, and so I worked on that earlier today, which is getting me closer and closer to being done, which I'm very happy. So today has been a wonderful Monday, a wonderful day so far, and I'm gonna start preparing dinner. We're gonna grill outside. All right, I know that this is not a full day of eating, but I have to show you guys my dinner. So I have been eating this for the last couple of weeks. Grilled chicken, rice, and then grilled veggies. This week I'm having corn, zucchini, bell pepper, and sugar snap peas. But just toss it all on the grill and it's good to go. Just got back from our walk and I kind of just wanted to wrap up this video. So I guess the main takeaway to my method or to my getting out of a rut is to stop negotiating with yourself. You start to think, oh, well, maybe if I just do this and then I'll do it. Like, stop negotiating with yourself. For example, when I was starting to think, maybe I can take a quick nap after work and then I'll go to the gym, I just completely stopped myself mid-thought and said, nope, you're gonna go to the gym right after work. Also, what really helps is really setting your intentions for the week, or why are you trying to get out of a rut, and using that for those moments when you're trying to negotiate with yourself. Think about your why, think about what your intentions are, and regroup. There was a phrase I heard some time ago, and I'm reading it. The reason most people fail is because they're willing to give up what they want most for what they want now. So keep that thought in mind. I feel like that kind of always helps me regroup when my thoughts are starting to shift away from what aligns with my goals, from what aligns with me. So just keep that in mind, and I hope that you guys found this video helpful. I hope it helped at least one of you. So if you found this video helpful, hit the like button. Feel free to share my channel with your friends, with your family. And if there's any other type of YouTube video that you want me to share with you guys, let me know in the comments. And don't forget to hit the subscribe button if you're not subscribed to my channel, and I will catch you in the next video. And don't forget, you are stronger than your mind lets you think.